guys, what's going on, and welcome back to What Shall We Do Next. I'm Mike, your host, and I hope you guys are having the best day ever. Before I get started, guys, please subscribe if you are new here with the notification bell on. We're on the road to 158,000 subscribers, and I would love you to join me on this journey, so hit subscribe and join the fam. But what's going on, you guys, and welcome back to another video, and welcome back to another spooky Saturday. So that's right, guys, today we're taking a look at another scary story, and this one is called The Stairs. So the story The Stairs is a scary story about two men who come across a deserted house and decide to spend the night there. Now, this story is based on an old tale which was inspired by an African-American folklore. So there was these two guys, Banner and Griswold, who were walking down this long country road, and the sun was starting to set, and they needed a place to stay for the night, and no cars would stop to pick them up. They were hot, they were exhausted, and they just needed a place to stop for the night. They eventually came across this old rundown abandoned house, and they decided to check it out. And the front yard was like completely overgrown with weeds. The door and like creaked on its hinges just like in a horror movie or something, and the carpet was like covered in thick layers of dust. The two men decided to settle there for the night, so they took out these small tins and had like a small meal each, and then they got out their sleeping bags and laid down, made themselves as comfortable as they could possibly get in this place, and then fell asleep. Later on in the night, Griswold woke up shivering with the cold. And then suddenly, he heard this weird, strange sound. And it was like a high-pitched, whistling sound. That's when he looked over, and standing there in the shadows was his friend Banner. He was just stood there, like he was in some kind of trance or something. And as he watched his friend, he turned around and started walking up the stairs. And his boots were banging on each step going up. And the whistling sound was getting louder and louder. Griswold was like a little freaked out by this and wanted to call out his friend's name, but the words wouldn't come out of his mouth. And then he was watching his friend going up step by step until he was completely out of sight. The footsteps suddenly came to a stop, and Griswold just sat there, like intensely just waiting and holding his breath, not sure what to expect, when all of a sudden a loud freaking scream came out of nowhere, and it almost made Griswold jump out of his skin. Then the footsteps started coming back down the stairs, step by step by step. Griswold sat there and watched, and he saw the boots coming into view, and then he saw the hand on the banister. But it was when Griswold saw the other hand, that's when it sent a chill down his spine, because he was carrying a bloody axe. And then he caught sight of his friend's face, and he was ghastly white. His eyes were glazed over, and worst of all, he had a gash in his head with blood all over him. The gash was so big it looked like it was almost splitting his head into two. But that's not all. He also had a sinister grin on his face. Griswold let out a blood-curdling scream, guys, and he took off running. He opened the door and he ran, trying to get as far away from the house as he possibly could. And as he was running down this country road, he was just picturing his friend running after him with this bloody axe and that disturbing, sinister grin on his face. He kept running and running until eventually he collapsed from exhaustion. In the morning, he managed to find a police station. And when he told the police what had happened, the police officer went with Griswold back to the old house. And as they were walking up the steps to the front door, Griswold was stood behind the police officer, just like his blood ran cold thinking about what they might find in there. The police officer pushed open the creaky door, and that's when they saw it. They saw the body of Banner, Griswold's friend, laying on the floor with his head in a pool of blood with a big gash in it. But he was still clutching the axe in his hand. The blade of the axe was actually embedded into the floor, right where Griswold's head was the night before. The sheriff searched the entire house from top to bottom, but he did not find another living soul. Wow, that is fucking scary, man. Oh my god. Like, that reminds me of that movie, what is that movie called? The Ritual. It's like a British, I think it's British, like a group of British guys go on like this hiking trip in to commemorate their friend who had been murdered in like he was like in a robbery in a grocery store or like a convenience store or like alcohol store, and they end up going to somewhere, I think it was in Scandinavia. They go to like these in the middle of nowhere, like the middle of the mountains. They come across this like old abandoned shack, and they go and decide to spend the night there. And they all wake up in the night, like in their own way. They wake up in all different ways, and they're like letting out like moans and cries, and like they're covered in like sweat, and one of them pissed his pants, and they're all like having terrible night terrors. But it turned out to be, and they were all like trying to throw it off like it was nothing, like we just had a nightmare, that's all. But actually it was something so much more than that. And actually upstairs in the bedroom of that house was a freaking like ritual, like, oh, I get it now. That's why they called the movie The Ritual. Okay, well, anyway, there was like this freaking voodoo doll made out of like, it was like a scarecrow, but it had like antlers for hands and stuff like that, and it was just standing there. Like, it was a witchcraft doll, man, and it was fucking scary. I thought that movie was really scary, especially the creature. That's definitely, it didn't get so scary toward the end, but it was definitely one of the most bizarre creatures I've ever seen in a horror movie before. Like, if you guys haven't seen that, you should definitely check it out. But this story kind of gave me those vibes. Like, I was picturing that creepy house from that movie, and the two guys going in there, and then they're like, one of them goes up the stairs in a trance, which does actually happen, by the way. He goes in up the stairs in a trance while they're sleeping, and he starts praying to this fucking voodoo doll, totally ass naked, like he doesn't even know he's doing it. It's scary. But anyway, guys, let me know in the comment section, what do you think happened here? Because I'm a little confused by the story. I don't really know. Did Banner kill himself? Did he axe himself in the head? Was he possessed by something that made him kill his physical body? Or was it something more than that? Let me know in the comment section. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hit the like button down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Remember the most important thing: chase your dreams, keep on fighting, and I love you guys. Peace out. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoy my videos and you would like to support me and my channel more and also be featured in my videos, go check out my Patreon. Link is in the description. I would really appreciate any help you guys have to offer. As you can see, we have different tiers, different rewards, so go over there, check it out, and I would really appreciate that. Every little helps. Thank you so much. And also, guys, don't forget to subscribe with the notification bell on, and also follow me on all my social media. I have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even Snapchat. So go follow me on all of those, and remember the most important thing: I love you guys, and chase your dreams.